Okay, I'm trying to find words to describe my own understanding of Vajrayana Buddhism. I have experienced it in Dharamshala a little bit. I've experienced it through conversations with you. For me, what speaks to me a lot, again, because I'm from a Hindu background, I'm obsessed with the dharma that Buddha taught the world about. In fact, I have a friend of mine, Acharya Prashant. I think he's one of the most well read people when it comes to Hindu scriptures. And he had said this on a podcast. He had said that Buddhism is the essence of the Vedas as well. So, the absolute way of life that's described in the Vedas is embodied in Buddhist teachings anyway. I think that one can only benefit irrespective of what faith they belong to. I think one can only benefit from understanding Buddhism more deeply.
Yes.
As a Hindu, I've tried understanding Vajrayana Buddhism much more deeply. I've tried reading about the deities, especially because we have deity culture in Hindu lore as well. We have mantras here as well. How do you explain a mantra to a Western audience? That's my first question. And secondly, based on what you just said about the Himalayan Buddhist deities, I believe that they are manifestations of certain good thoughts. Like the manifestation of compassion is Avalokiteshvara. Similarly, Tara would be
activity.
Okay.
Yes. Wisdom, Manjushri.
Got it. Now the thing is, these are higher beings, supernatural beings. Our human brains, our biology is not capable of perceiving them because we're not evolved yet.
Yes.
But you can put yourself on the path of evolution and eventually you will start perceiving them as well. If you get to a point of enlightenment, you have the opportunity to combine with their consciousness.
Yes. Yes. You don't separate, you see no separation between yourself and these deities or whatever you want to call them. You see them as qualities of the true nature of your mind. So the compassionate quality of the true nature of your mind would be Avalokiteshvara. The wisdom quality of the true nature of your mind would be Manjushri. Power quality aspect of the true nature of your mind would be Vajrapani. Activity aspect of the true nature of your mind would be Tara. So you would see that way. But along the path, you may see them as deities that appear to you in your dreams, in your meditation. They may guide you, but essentially they're not separate from you. They've always been a part of you. So in the higher you go in spirituality, especially in Buddhism, you see a lot of paradoxes. So it's a bit confusing. It is sometimes, it appears to be one way, but then it's not. So there are lots of paradoxes in higher levels of spirituality. Another thing about evolution would be like an ant, a small ant cannot understand how the Large Hadron Collider functions. Particle acceleration, Higgs boson, quantum computing. You cannot teach to an ant. To an ant, the world is very abstract. It just knows how to take care of course, it's a very complex creature. It works in its own community, takes care of its nest, very complex, but it cannot construct a bridge. It cannot fly a rocket to the moon. It will not understand, even though the rocket exists on the same planet that the ant is busy building its nest. It may feel the vibration of the rocket taking off, but still it has no understanding where the rocket is going, what its purpose is, or how does it function. So from our perspective, we are a little bit like the ants. That's a very crude metaphor, but we are a little bit like the ants. These things appear. They can be loud. They can be very ferocious sometimes.
You're talking about the deities.
Yes, the manifestations. So yeah, I mean, it can be very confusing sometimes, but it'll take us time to understand, to evolve, so that we can fully comprehend what these are. And then, so that's one thing. Mantras. To the general audience who don't have any idea about mantras, mantra in Sanskrit, it's a Sanskrit word, mantra. And in Bodhi, it is translated as, or in English, protection of the mind. To protect the mind. So we chant mantras to protect our minds from bad emotions, bad thoughts, negative emotions.
It's medicine thoughts. For your internal world.
Yes. Yes, it's quite simply put. So chanting, for example, Avalokiteshwar, Chinrezik, Buddha of compassion, it's a very good antidote for anger.
Om Mani Mani.
Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah. So if you are facing anger issues, yeah, what I suggest people, don't react. Okay, don't react immediately. Take a deep breath and just close your eyes and just chant Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum internally. You can chant it verbally, you can chant it like a meditation, but chant it. Just the chanting, utterance of the mantra, the frequency it carries, the connection it has to an aspect of the true nature of your mind, it has that power to calm you in a very effective way. So you can chant Om Mani Padme Hum when you're feeling a little bit troubled, angry. If you want to grow your wisdom, you can chant the mantra of Manjushri, Om Ara Pachana Di. Yeah, Om Ara Pachana Di. It's very good for your wisdom, especially when you wake up in the morning at dawn and you chant the mantra Om Ara Pachana Di 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 Di. So we usually chant the last syllable multiple times. Om Ara Pachana Di 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 Di. Om Ara Pachana Di 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 Di. Om Ara Pachana Di 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 Di. Om Ara Pachana Di 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 Di. Yeah, you can look more into the mantras, and they help. I don't know how it happens. It unlocks something in your consciousness, helps you grow more in terms of your wisdom, so that the world makes more sense to you.
Is there a certain time you're supposed to chant a mantra for?
Not really. Not really. No, you can chant it anytime you want. Mantras are timeless, universal. So you can chant them anytime you want.
How much time should you give your practice ideally?
It depends on you. But what I usually suggest to people who are new to meditation and spirituality or chanting mantras, you don't do it for like very long duration because you're not used to it. It's like working out. Let's say today is your chest day. You can't do chest for like 3 hours. You will die. But if you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman, you can do it for 2-3 hours and they can lift very heavy. So you're not trained to do that. So I suggest you do it for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Take a short break, go to the washroom, stretch your legs a little bit, couple of minutes, come back, again sit down. But when you do it with totality. You don't move here and there. You don't watch your phone. You don't check your feed. Nothing. You don't respond to anything. You're completely locked in. So it's good to put your phone on airplane mode. Not even DND. Airplane mode completely. Maybe preferably in the next room. Quiet place. Eventually, you'll be able to do it in very noisy situations. You can do it in the park, in the traffic, at the airport. So I do it all the time, whenever I feel like it. So because I can tune into it because I'm used to it now. In the same way that Ronnie Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger will be able to bench press at the airport, in the bus station, wherever they are, they can find a workout. So likewise, I can do it wherever you can, but I've done it for many years. So initially you should do it in short durations, multiple times. 10 minutes, take a break, 10 minutes, take a break, 10 minutes, take a break. So you get used to it. Then you can slowly increase the duration.
Let's try understanding mantra practice more deeply. I think it's a very doable act for people all over the world if they're willing to actually dive into the world of mantras and practice it. There's a lot of benefit that they can experientially see. Even a week of mantra chanting, but putting your own emotional self into that mantra chanting session can create magic in your life. Okay. I know that there's multiple deities in the world of Vajrayana Buddhism. Matara, Avalokiteshwar. We can Manjushri,
yeah,
Chakra
so,
Sambhara.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes when I am having to explain Hindu Tantra to some of my Western friends, I tell them that, see, the ultimate goal is enlightenment, moksha, nirvana. There's multiple pathways to that goal. The simple, slowest pathway is be a good person.
Yes.
Do what's good in the world. Purify your mind, purify your heart, purify your actions. If you want to do it faster, perhaps meditate.
Yes.
And another way of doing it even faster is go about tantric practices.
Yes.
Now, Tantra includes mantras as its very core aspect.
Yes.
And then there's physical objects within your practice. These are called yantras.
Yes.
The correct technical guided usage of yantras and mantras leads you to that point of enlightenment, perhaps faster than even simple meditation would.
You have a very good understanding. Yes.
Now, when we speak about deities within this whole process, they are higher beings that assist you on that journey.
Yes.
But every time you are using a particular mantra associated with a deity, it'll definitely have impacts on your own reality, on your own internal world as well. So in my eyes, I feel like when you go about deity-based mantras, you're performing chemistry and chemical experiments with reality. That's how I look at it in my mind. Every mantra bends your reality a little bit. Every mantra session bends your reality even more. How do you know which deities to incorporate into your practice? And how do you even choose the deity that's right for you? Or do you have to just choose one and hang on to it?
Very good question. See, we are human beings. We have preferences. We have favorites. Like our favorite club is Manchester United. My favorite player is Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, even though our club is doing really bad right now, I still like him a lot. Even though we have 11 players, they don't perform very well all the time. Even Bruno doesn't perform well all the time. But I like him he's my choice. I like the way he works hard. I know he can be a bit annoying to some people, but that's his personality. That's the passion he brings. So he stands out. Even though you need 11 players to win a game, Bruno cannot win it alone. In the same way, on the spiritual path, there's so many deities. You need all their assistance as much as you can, because you are completely powerless right now spiritually. You need the power, you need the help of higher beings, evolved beings, who possibly live in a very different dimension, but they can access your dimension at certain times with certain practices. That's why we do those practices. We chant the mantras while performing certain rituals, tantra, where we have lots of objects, yantra. Then you kind of call them from their dimension into our dimension, and then you have an interaction. In the same way that you can go to Old Trafford and watch the game live. You have to buy a ticket, you have to wait for your turn, blah, blah, blah. You can also watch it on TV, but it's not the same thing. But then you need 11 players. So you need the help of all the deities you can. But obviously, as human beings, you have a certain connection to somebody. So then you may have a preference for a deity, or you may feel very close to a certain deity for no reason.